إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح لهذه الأمة فتركها على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us in the Hadith, as he explained the people in heaven, and he said that there is a moment that people who are in heaven, they feel sorry about. And that moment is once they know the time that passed among them while they were here on earth without remembering Allah. These are people in heaven who are enjoying heaven and what it has, yet the painful sense that there was a moment in their lifetime that they did not remember Allah. Imam al-Awza'i called upon one day his students to explain this hadith, and he said to them, as he sat with his students, he said, every hour in life will be exposed to you on the day of judgment. Every hour that you live will be revealed among you on the day of judgment. Day after day, hour after hour, you will see. Every hour that passes and you see you did not remember Allah, you will feel sorry with despair that it passed in your lifetime and you did not remember Allah. In a dream, one of the righteous Muslims said, as he explained a dream that he saw at night. In this dream he said, I saw a man running in the jungle, chasing a deer. And as he is chasing the deer is trying to escape from him. And all of a sudden, I saw a huge lion that showed up and appeared. And that lion started to chase the man who was chasing the deer. Strange enough, as the man was chasing the deer, as the man realized that there was a lion chasing him from behind, he did not do anything, yet he continued to chase the deer. And all of a sudden, the lion caught up with the man and killed him on the spot. And the deer stood still, watching the dead man on the floor, killed by the lion. And all of a sudden, another man appeared. And he did the same thing exactly. Started chasing the deer. And as he was chasing the deer, the lion started chasing the man. As the man started noticing that there is a lion catching him and is going to hunt him down, he did not worry about the lion. He kept on chasing the deer. And the second man got killed on the spot. And the same thing happened. The deer stood still, watching the man dead as the lion killed him. And a third man, and a fourth man, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As the man said, I counted them one by one till they reached 100. 100 dead men doing the same thing, killed by the same lion, chasing the same deer, being killed on the spot, as the deer stands on top of their head, being killed, dead on the floor. And then I said, when I saw the scene that is in his dream, I said, this is amazing. And all of a sudden, the lion looked at me and said, what is so amazing? Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who that deer is? I said, no, I don't. He said, I am, that is the lion, I am the angel of death. And that deer is the life and the luxuries of life that people are trying to chase, ignoring death. And I kill them, every single person who lives on earth, until I finish every man. End of the dream. Listen, Imam al-Hasan al-Basri sent a letter advising Amir al-Mu'mineen Umar bin Abdul Aziz, the fifth Khalifa. In his advice, a small part of it, he was telling him, if you think about life, life consists of 3 days. A day that has passed, that you cannot do anything about. A day that you are living, that you should take advantage of it. And a day that will come in the future, that you don't know whether you are alive or dead. Ahmad ibn Harb said about our behavior, he gave an example. He said, as we walk in the shade, we avoid the heat of the sun. Why is it we do not avoid the heat of hellfire with our actions? You try to avoid the sun because it is hot, you walk in the shade. Isn't it true you should try to avoid what leads to the heat of hellfire? And then the advice of the companion of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sa'id ibn Jubair, he tells you and me, every day is an opportunity. Every day the believer lives is an opportunity. Imam Ibn Rajab al-Hanbali tells you and all of us his advice. He says, O son of Adam, if you knew who you are or your real value, you would not humiliate yourself by doing the things that Allah told you not to do. You are the selected among all of the beings and the species that Allah had created. And for you heaven has been created. It is the territory of the believers. And this dunya, this life, is the territory of the devil. How could you accept neglecting Allah's commands? How could you accept leaving your territory in heaven and chasing the devil in his own territory and competing against him? If you do that, tomorrow you will be in hellfire with the devil and his followers. The devil was cast away from heaven because he refused to perform sujood for you by the commands of Allah. Therefore, why do you follow him? And then Imam Ibn al-Qayyim comes to his advice for us. And he reminds us of where we stand on our daily lives. He said, I'm surprised to those who claim that they love Allah, that they need a reminder. They have to be reminded as they claim they love Allah. And the only time they remember Allah is when they are reminded. The least about love is that you don't forget your loved one. He says, if a person truly loves Allah, then he does not need any reminder about Allah. These are deep meanings about your relationship with Allah. These are deep meanings of the time that we spend in our life. These are deep meanings of our Muslim ancestors in our heritage that come as a reminder as we chase the deer in our life, not noticing the lion that is heading towards us. And then Imam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali gives a wonderful wisdom of advice. He said, make sure the last thing you do before you go to bed is that you remember Allah. Make sure that the last words as you go to bed before you sleep is that you remember Allah. And make sure that the first thing that comes to your mind as you wake up is that you remember Allah. It is the sign of love of Allah. And make sure, he said, that your heart performs in that matter, that you immediately before you go to bed, the last thing you close your eyes on is remembering Allah. And as you wake up, you remember Allah. He said each one of you should test himself and see, does he behave in the same matter or not? Because it is the true test of the love of Allah. أقول ما تسمعون واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان يوم الدين. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, these words of wisdom that I mentioned in the first part of the khutbah, these are warning signs and milestones. You have to keep them in your eyes and in between your ears till the day you meet Allah. These are the words and advice by our Muslim scholars, the righteous people, in what we as Muslims should hold the balance of your life. Why am I saying this today? Today is the last Jum'ah in the month of Ramadan. Then again, it could be the last Jum'ah in the month of Ramadan of your entire life. No one here or on earth is guaranteed to be alive next Ramadan. This is for sure. No one has a guarantee to live again. And no one has a guarantee that next Ramadan he's going to be alive. The 30 days that you're going to complete in the month of Ramadan, that was a program to raise your level of piety, the level of your taqwa and fear from Allah. For the last 30 days you've been practicing being righteous, and you have geared yourself to fear Allah 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your behavior, whether you know it or not, has changed dramatically to what you were before. And after 30 days, these habits will become embedded inside of you. You are not the same person who was before Ramadan. You are a person who is loved by Allah because you've been remembering Allah 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 30 days of practice, 24 hours a day, every minute, every second. You have changed. You are not the same person who was before Ramadan. Please realize this. As the advice was given by our Muslim scholars, when you saw the man chasing the deer and he noticed that death is coming towards him, he neglected death. He should have taken action and realized that chasing the deer won't do him any good. 30 days, my brothers and sisters in Islam, you are a different person now. I put this as a small example. Imagine you are stranded in an island alone. There is nothing on it. And you're going to die soon. And all of a sudden you see a boat that comes by, and that ship stops, and people tell you, join us, we'll take you to the land where it is inhabited by people. And what you do is, you say, no, I'll wait. Perhaps another boat will come. This is your lifetime. Do you want to wait for something that is unknown? Do you want to wait for something that is not guaranteed? It's an opportunity to be saved. You got the ticket towards heaven. 30 days of worship and practice. The boat comes to take you to heaven. And what you do, you tear your tickets and you throw it away and say, perhaps, maybe, why not? I will wait. Perhaps I might, or something like that. And then death comes to take you, and that time sorrow will not do you any good. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, it is said that a person who postpones things till later is just like a person who wants to remove a tree. Yet when he tried to take out the tree, it was strong. So what he did is that he decided, perhaps next year I'll come back and give it a try and try to remove it. Yet he does not know that the year he neglected the tree roots went deeper into earth. The tree got bigger. And yet he did not notice that as time passes, he gets older and weaker. The more you delay things, the weaker you become. The more you delay things, the deep-rooted the problem becomes. 30 days of Ramadan, you are strong enough to remove every bad habit we suffered from before Ramadan. You are strong, you are filled with energy, you are saved by Allah. Allah has taught you in this month how to run straight the rest of your life, which is not guaranteed how long you would live. There is no logical reason to let go of it. Focus on your life. Remember what the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember Sa'id ibn Jubair when he said, the companion of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as I told to you, that every day is an opportunity. Remember how people in heaven are sorry about moments in life that passed by. I ask Allah Almighty in this month of Ramadan to grant us heavens, us and our families and our loved ones. And I ask Allah Almighty to spare us hellfire in this month of Ramadan. And I ask Allah Almighty that this month is a change for our lives in the future. And I ask Allah Almighty to remind us daily that next Ramadan is not guaranteed for any one of us here or anywhere else. To ask Allah Almighty, whenever we fall back and we get weak, we remember that the tree, as you neglect it, will become stronger. As you neglect yourself, you will become weaker. You cannot remove your bad habits. Remember always, 30 days of righteous behavior is enough to elevate you to the level of the angels. You will be behaving, you've been behaving like the angels that Allah boasts about us in front of the angels. Look at my worshippers. Why waste your ticket when you are in a deserted island when the boat came to save you? Why did you choose to stay and say, I might be saved later on, and you have no guarantee whatsoever? I ask Allah Almighty to grant us and spare us from hellfire, and to be accepted in our fasting in Ramadan. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع مجيب الدعوات. اللهم اعتق رقابنا ورقاب والدينا وأحبائنا وجميع المسلمين من النار. اللهم تقبل صيامنا وتقبل زكاتنا وتقبل دعاءنا وتقبل عبادتنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل، ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. اللهم نسألك لذة النظر إلى وجهك الكريم والشوق إلى لقائك من غير ضراء مضرة ولا فتنة مضلة. اللهم بلغنا حوض المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونشرب من يده الشريفة شربة لا نظمأ بعدها أبدا. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ومن له حق علينا، واجعل القرآن سبيلنا، وبلغنا يا ربنا مفاتيح القرآن الكريم، واجعلنا من أهلك وخاصتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. واذكروا الله يذكركم، واشكروه عن نعمه يزدكم، ولذكر الله أكبر، والله يعلم ما تصنعون.